There I am. Now I'm moving. I don't get why the delay. Hey, JoeHart, I'm going to triple stream. I did get someone over here last time, and I wouldn't see their comments, but I'd see their comments on my really, really old device. So I guess I'm going to start these things. Trying to reconnect. Hello, hello. So yeah, I'm triple streaming. I'm doing YouTube there. Hey, James Benetti, how are you, man? And I'm doing YouTube, Facebook Live there, and I'm doing Periscope there. And just because. So how you doing, James? You ready for tomorrow's race? I didn't look at the. Oh yeah, Denny almost won the. He's second. He almost won the pole. He was like the second to last. He was, he was the provisional pole until Kurt ran with like 28 seconds left or something like that. So how you doing? Black of blah blah blah. That's a big name. Blackavelli. How you doing, Blackavelli? JoeHart here. Woo! And I'm triple streaming. I guess I'll have to start following my I did this before and I couldn't see my comments on YouTube, but if I was watching it, I could see the anyway, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just I'm not real happy with any of them. Something went wrong. Retap. Tap to retry. Tap to retry. Hey, JL Wagner is watching. Bring them on camera. Joe, if you could say hi, that'd be great. It appears that I always get these hacked accounts or whatever. I think you have said hi, or not hi. You didn't say anything. Ben Beto, how are you, man? I know you'll say hi, but Ben, do you know I've been pretty busy this weekend, so I haven't watched any NASCAR. Really, James? Okay, cool. Well, ready for tomorrow. Yeah, man. Yeah, it'll be interesting, tomorrow and stuff. But yeah, I watched the truck a little bit last night. So how you doing, Ben? Are you doing okay? How's life? Ben, I don't like Facebook Live. I'm not having much luck with all these live streams. But YouTube Live, it never works on the first attempt. And now supposedly I'm on the second attempt, but now I can't see the comments. I mean, no, I'm sorry. 2 p.m. start or 3 p.m. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not. I am definitely separating myself from NASCAR. There is no doubt. I feel it coming. I feel it coming for sure. But the last couple of weeks they seem to go, hey, Claude Diamond, long time no see, man. So Ben, I guess you're not really there. I like when you say hi, but it doesn't appear. Boy, did something hack into your? But yeah, the last couple of weeks they seem to have and YouTube. I'm sorry, I can't figure out. I could barely figure out anything, but I can't figure out how to watch my video like I did last time so I could see the comments. Jesus freaking. So Claude, how you been, man? You doing all your stuff, I'm sure. John A. Chappelle. How are you, John? JoeHart here. So Claude and James, what's going on over there? So yeah, I'm triple broadcasting. I'm just trying to figure this stuff out. I don't really like any of them. I wish Meerkat would exist. And I'm not really exceptionally good at accepting reality and going, hey, wow, it doesn't exist anymore. John A. Chappelle is watching. Bring them on camera. So that took a long time. I swiped left and saw the live viewers, and John was there for 40 seconds. And then I swiped right, and then it joined and said, John is watching, bring them on camera ad. So happy Saturday Eve, fallback savings, time, night. I guess I heard that like yesterday or the day before. And Well, that stuff always, thank God I have devices because they change their time automatically, and I have alarms. And then, if I never get a normal night's sleep, but if I did get a normal night's sleep, it would change the time, and then it would wake me up, and I wouldn't even notice that the hour changed. But that's not true. These days, I'm streaming late at night, and I'm following motorsports all over the world, so time zones, what time it is doesn't really matter. It's all 24 time zones that I'm involved with. So it's all that Vermont maple syrup you drink. I bet. Yeah, man. No, I'm broke. I don't drink my Vermont maple syrup. So, okay. James, you were here last time. How the hell how did I watch the first attempt? Never works. And I would click on that and it says something went wrong. Yeah. No kidding, James. I can't even put together the question. But can't you read my mind? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chris LaFlamme. Yeah, James. Read my mind. How are you, Chris? It's good to see you. I'm triple broadcasting. I'm on Periscope here and Facebook Live there and YouTube Live there. But no, I'm unable to. What's up, Joe? Not much, Chris. How you doing, man? How's it good? How is it having your love back from her trip? And how's fixing up your house? You're a superstar. Do full-time job at Trifecta Broadcasting. Yeah, but yeah, I am. But I always have yes, but everything in my life is a big yes, but yeah, I don't like any of them. I mean, I really don't like Facebook Live at all. It doesn't give you the right info. It doesn't tell you when people join your room. It doesn't tell you who they are. It doesn't let them comment all the time. It doesn't tell you. It's still quirky. Yeah, but it's been 3 years and they're billionaires. Seems like they would have a few more coders than Meerkat and a few more coders, a lot more coders than Periscope. I mean, what the hell? Although, I mean, that's pretty common that the big behemoth has the worst program. It's like, why didn't they buy Meerkat? And I know Meerkat did want to sell and they didn't want to be taken over and all that stuff, but love Periscope. Simple, functional. Yeah, I mean, I might get to know it, but yeah, I can. I mean, that's not a typo. That was cut off. Oh, it is kind of a typo. But yeah, you don't have to read. I kind of got what you were saying. Unless you can do whatever you want. Be right back. Okay, James, thanks, man. So yeah, YouTube. I triple streamed a couple nights ago, or it could have been last night or whatever, and I wasn't getting any comments, and James, who actually just left, actually went over there. I don't know that's where he's going right now, but he went over there and commented, and I didn't see him any, and then someone else was over there, and so you got to spell it correctly, or my OCD kicks in. Hey man, it drove me crazy the first few months of Meerkat, or no, Periscope. Like in Meerkat, the comments would stay, but Periscope, the comments don't stay. So I would take all this time to write a perfect comment, and then it'd fly by. And sometimes they might catch it and say, "Oh, sorry, I missed it. What'd that say?" So I always learned how to do, and I always forgot, and it was so frustrating. But I tried to select all and copy before I sent one, so that I could just, paste and send it again. And but yeah, I mean that OCD might everything. All my Twitters, all my tweets are 140 characters, no exception, or very very few exceptions. Okay, this YouTube does seem to be something went wrong. God damn it. Has electronic electronic texting hurt our spelling and composition? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll be writing, and I mean, I don't think people write, you know, we don't really write, you know, cover letters, and we don't really write anything anymore. But whenever I write, you know, I always use the letter R for A-R-E, and, you know, Y for W-H-Y. I don't usually do that. That's a weird looking one. But yeah, you know, that's the way that people talk. And, you know, I'm a spelling police, but it bugs me when other people are spelling polices, especially when it's intentional. You know, when, you know, like there and there, an hour, an hour. Yeah, those things, you know, whatever. You're correct. But yeah, I mean, it's you know, I'm posting, you know, I kind of got this routine recently that I write, you know, an article of sorts. I mean, you know, my writing is alternative to say the least. Chris, I'm sorry, did I miss you there? Sorry about that. Hey David, how are you? JoeHart here. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. So anyway, recently I've been writing an article in LinkedIn, and then I would, you know, share it to Twitter and share it to Facebook. And I know those three platforms are different, but I'm one person, and I'm the same person on all three platforms. And I know that drives my audiences crazy, but I created the audience first. You know, I mean, you know, LinkedIn, when I got on, it was real easy to get first connections, and I got thousands of them. And Facebook was real easy to get friends, and I got thousands of them. And Twitter, you know, so it's, you know, I because my OCD, I throw, anyway, I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but, so yeah, anyway, even when hey, robot goldfish, hey, robot, how are you, creeper? You're a creeper bot. Sorry, we've encountered a loading error. Anyway, I hope everything didn't crash on Periscope. So yeah, let's, how am I supposed to see my comments as a viewer for my live YouTube? That's what I'm trying to do. I did it before. RBM, robot lives. Is that what it was? RBM? If I don't have the thing staring me in the face, I have no idea what I just said. I have no idea what I called them. I click on it, read it, and, you know, that's it. Poof, it's gone. So I'm going to click on this for another, you know, seventh time. Let's see. You got the joke. Robots' lives matter. Something went wrong. Tap to retry. I don't want to tap. It's not going to work. So I tap. There I am. Holy shit. Okay. Something went wrong. Tap to retry. I don't want to tap. Okay, so it's working, but now I don't know how to get to comments. Live chat. There it is. Yay, no one's said anything. Well, not that that's a good thing, but I haven't missed any comments. So welcome. I guess I'll write my own comment. Welcome. Please say hi. So anyway, nothing really going on. And you know, also, you know, when I would double scope, you know, like Meerkat was this entire community, and everybody felt like we were all close friends and we couldn't screw each other. I mean, there were plenty of people that were doing that, but we couldn't treat them wrongly. And, you know, so I would do a broadcast, and, you know, people's, you know, hi, Enzo and Jenny, how are you? I'm JoeHart. I'm triple broadcasting. This is Facebook Live, where Jenny and Enzo just came in, and David a little bit ago. And this is Periscope with, maybe, is James back? James, welcome back. I didn't see you come back. James and Claude. And then that's YouTube with, I have no idea. I don't see any. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to see anything. I wonder if there's, you know how freedom of speech and freedom of, all that stuff. I wonder if these companies can't tell us who came into the, it just seems like the who, what, where, when seems like the most obvious questions to ask and answer when you're frickin' coding these applications. It seems to be the most obvious. Hey, Chris, I don't know if you came or went. Sorry, I might have been missing you. Hey, Jenny, how are you? Enzo, David, I don't see anybody. I swipe right and for live viewers. Hey, welcome back, Chris. Sorry if I ignored you or anything. I was, anyway, I'm trying to figure out all this stuff. So yes, I am watching the race, by the way, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna show it. That's how you get shut down. Although I bet, I don't know if you see all the stuff about the pedophiles and all that stuff, but if they can't shut that stuff down, I doubt if they're shutting down broadcasts. Although broadcasts are easier, I bet. It's breaking. Caution, Angela Ruck. She always wrecks. What, 75 or something? Yeah, so my TV service, which, is it's the only one I can afford, so I got to get it, but it's horrendous. It's Sling TV, and it's delayed, and I follow everybody, and I'm on all platforms. So on my notifications for Twitter, I hear about something about 2 minutes before it happens. So I knew 78. I thought she was 75, but 78, I knew she was going to wreck. So anyway, I can only afford Sling, so I got to get Sling, and I got to stop complaining and try to not look at my notifications. But Kevin Spacey loves Halloween. The kids bring him the treats home delivery. Claude, no inappropriate jokes. I don't like those kind of jokes. I don't like that stuff. It's too bad. I mean, like like I said, I don't like the topic, and but it's my stream, so I can do whatever I want, and I can have rules for, viewers. But when Dustin Hoffman's accusation came out a couple of days ago, and it was 1985, it's 30. Yeah, that's all right, Claude. No, that's fine. I'm just really uptight. I'm a really high-strung person that doesn't usually have a sense of humor and doesn't like the really inappropriate things. Now, that's the problem, is not everybody's list of inappropriateness the same list. That's where you get in. Although, I think, Weinstein probably should be on everybody's list and toward the top, and Spacey should be on the list and pretty up toward the top, that kind of stuff. But I mean, he sounds like he's more alcoholic than sexual, but it's a 14-year-old. They don't know. They don't know what's going to happen. But anyway, with Dustin Hoffman, it's 32 years. So, I usually have no filters. So I write what everybody else might be thinking, or I write where people are going to sling some, but I said, 32 years, these guys are all creeps. Now, the word I would focus on is all. I mean, I think in 32 years, most males at all. Hey, Tim, that I don't know if that's you. How are you, Tim? I hope your wife is doing well. I'm JoeHart. We kind of know each other by face or name or whatever. I have a lot of there's a lot of Facebook Live doesn't always work well for me, and so it seems like it looks like you're really here, but because when I swipe left under live viewers, you were there for a few minutes and now you're gone, but you're probably still here, or you might be still here. Anyway, I get a lot of hacked accounts. Like, there really are my friends. The name is, but they come in and then they don't, it's weird. So anyway, how are you? Do you live stream? It'd be cool to hear you do stuff. So I don't know where James Benetti is. I guess he's not really into NASCAR. Or, he said he was pretty busy today, so he's not up on NASCAR. So So now I don't know. You know what's weird? When you're watching something live, but it stops and it has a like a pause start button. So I don't get, if you hit play, does it jump ahead to the live part or does it start where it paused? I didn't pause it. I mean, I, might have accidentally hit the screen. But so anyway, yeah, I think it's a messed up thing. And, and I'm, I'm all over the place, there's always jokes. There's always inappropriate jokes. And I don't have a sense of humor for the, there's these idiots that make jokes about domestic violence. And they're like, it's just a joke. But, that's what bullies do. Bullies, and that's not really a bully. That's just an inappropriate person. Hey, Cedric, how are you? Joe Hart here. I'm kind of all over the place tonight. It probably mostly is about trying to learn these 3 platforms of live streaming. I kind of know Periscope, but I don't. Anyway, I think I learned with Meerkat and Periscope, when you do a broadcast, you don't grow. You lose viewers on. It's a lose-lose situation, and I would imagine that's definitely true with triple streaming. But I just don't have enough viewers, which probably feeds on itself. They're not going to grow. But anyway, Periscope, when I used to do it by itself, I just don't have enough viewers. And, again, my topics are not that exciting. I'm a person, I'm Joe Hart. I live in Vermont. I'm a person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. Quality, not quantity. Yeah, I understand what you're saying about your your characteristic you described earlier. So it could be, but I always had the idea of getting partners and sponsors, making money, getting funding, of going to NASCAR races and building, setting up a booth and building awareness for invisible disabilities. So it's, you kind of need numbers, and it is quality. I mean, God forbid if I confide in one person and we become good friends and they love me and I love them, and and they write me $112,000 check, then I didn't need more than one person, so I don't need 10,000 followers. But there is also the thing of Cash Me, and what's the other one? I'm on it, but I forget what it's called. But Fund Me, go Fund Me. There's also the aspect that you get 1,000 people, or no, I guess that's 10,000 people to give $10 each. So it's and I mean I haven't I've gotten to a couple races, but it was it's definitely like Meerkat that people stream. I highly suggest that anybody and everybody to live stream. I highly recommend it. I think it's a great thing. It's very unique. Everybody has a live TV channel in their pocket with their device. They can show whatever they want. They can talk about whatever they want, and it's the internet. It's the open internet. So I highly recommend it for everybody. But what I think I learned in Meerkat, and I think there's a lot of people at Meerkat that refuse to embrace this, but everybody streams for different reasons. Some, I think there's a lot of people in Meerkat that just wanted a community, just be friends, everybody be nice to each other. And I'm the youngest of 9, and I've got a million cousins, and they're Irish Catholic. And so my dad died when I was 18, and there was deaths every other year since that time. So I kind of hesitate to get close to people because they just die. So I don't have oodles of friends. I never really did, but it's just it's so anyway. I don't have friends. I have first connections on LinkedIn and I guess Facebook. They're called friends, but there's a shitload of them. And none of them come to my stream. No, some of them. Hey, Steve, how are you? Welcome. Joe Hart here from Vermont. I'm kind of streaming about, I'm mostly talking about the 3 live streams that I got going on here, and how I'm going to try to learn which one is more applicable and which one I want to use. And I'll probably continue using all of them. But, oh boy, that car is messed up. Someone just wrecked. And so, anyway, it's kind of strange. Boy, Facebook, there are a million. Laura Olson, race girl, started following you. Oh, nice. So, anyway, the numbers for Facebook Live seems to be unusually high of all the people that come in. That seems to be a hacked account, and they don't say anything because I with my OCD, I like to thank everybody for everything. So with Meerkat, every comment stayed and every comment went to Twitter. So it was simple to do that. I just followed up, and it was really time consuming. And I wouldn't say I did it on all 1,000 of my streams on Meerkat, but I did it for quite a few of them. And but that's it's not they're different. Periscope, anyway, I try to thank everybody for everything, whether it's a like, whether it's a share, whether it's a comment, whether it's whatever. And I'm pretty certain that when I first started using Facebook Live, which I wasn't straight out of the chute. I mean, I wasn't one of the celebrities, of course. And then I wasn't the first wave of non-celebrities, but I was pretty soon after that. I think I was the second wave of non-celebrities. So I'm pretty certain that the Facebook Live gave you all the information about the people. Who came, when they came, what they say, all that stuff, so that you could do the stream. Yeah, Sam, how are you? I don't know how to say your name, but you're a super fan. So thank you, super fan. Thanks. It's good to see you, man. Good to have you. And oh, Claude, did you leave? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, it's always kind of strange. Hey, anytime. Hey, anytime. Cool. So anyway, yeah, I'm just yammering. Welcome back. I hope that's not my connection that you have to keep coming and going, but welcome back, you Sam. Yeah, Sam. I think you're missed it. Anyway, it's so Facebook doesn't, if you just do a stream in Facebook Live and then finish it and then leave, it doesn't tell you about everything that happened. It doesn't tell you everybody that showed up. I think it tells you all the people that did comment. I mean, it shows all the comments of the people, so you know who did that, but it won't give anything else. And so I would do a dual broadcast. Sorry, YouTube. I'm just even forgetting about you. But like I said, before YouTube, y'all were making comments with me, and I'm not getting that. That person was called Someone. I think was their handle was called Someone. So I hope to see someone tonight. But so I would kind of do a stream, and then when I was done, or ramping down, I would close Periscope. FYI, I tried to get a script for pain meds. Doc said only prescribe 5 at a time. He said had to write. Wow. I'm not an authority on pain meds, by the way, but yeah, 5 at a time. Golly. Whew, well, good luck. I mean, Diagducey in our state. I don't know Diagducey, but yeah, I it's anyway, yeah, 5 at a time. Some of those things are pretty strong and stuff, but yeah, I don't I'm not the one to talk to about that. I presently am not on a painkiller, and I'm a recovering. Just a bitch if you chronic pain since 10. I bet that is a pain, or the literal pain. I bet that is not fun at all. So but yeah, I'm a recovering alcoholic, recovering addict. So, and I constantly have to remind my doctor of that. He was like, well, okay, yeah, I get that, but you need this, you know, you just, you know, he had to cut my skull and get stuff out. I rarely take put if I want out of bed, need them. Yeah, I bet. Golly. I rarely take, but if I want out of bed, I need them. Yeah, that's you know, that's a quality of life. I mean, you know, people want to get out of bed. I mean, you know, most of us. So, I mean, that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, it's golly. Whew. Are you into, you know, there's a, I was involved with just got 10-year pin. Congrats. So is Brandy in here? Did you I think you mistakenly grabbed just FYI for the ADA cause. She scopes. Oh, okay. Cool. Cool, man. Yeah, I like to see. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's just too bad. You know, like for Meerkat, all the comments went to Twitter, so I could catch them later. Here, it's, you know, it's hard to catch comments and check her out. Brandy, what? Yeah, I mean, I, you know, if I write it down, I'll lose. I just, I wish everything went to Twitter. But what was her name? Brandy, what? Sorry. Oh no, no, that's all right. That's all right. Brandy with an I think, and then something else after that. So anyway, yeah, the ADA is good stuff, and you know, I just like to build my awareness and tolerance and acceptance for persons with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. You know, it's there's a lot out there. There's a lot of people that don't don't understand and aren't tolerant and aren't you know, empathetic and stuff. So I guess there's a pretty big I'm getting too many getting too many notifications. So and they're different. Our stat also won't allow all service animals anymore. Or your state. Well, I assume you mean something that kind of didn't, that is no longer a service animal. I mean, I'm pretty up on the, you know, I have a companion animal, but I pretty know exactly the service animal law, which I've, you know, I've had past cases with the DOJ and present cases with the DOJ, and I'm sure I'll have future cases with the DOJ about accommodations and companion animals and service animals. So I pretty much know. And anyway, in 2010, they made it effective in 2011 that the only animal for a service animal was a dog. And then the only exception, no, I have a dog. She has bad hips, and now they all have to walk. So she was a service animal, and they now won't let her go, even if she can't walk very well. I mean, I think there may be. I guess I don't know everything, but she is toy poodle, won't allow in bag. Oh golly. But yeah, what I'm thinking maybe is, you know, I know with if you're talking about flying, you know, they can have their own rules, but the law still is there to support us. You know, in reality, with the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1909, in reality, she's too small to walk in grocery store. Oh, okay, so she's got to be in a bag. So, golly, that's too bad. That's too bad. Service animals are important. Companion animals are important. They're just covered in a different part. My cat is, you know, not a service animal. So I need to push the law in a different part than in the service animal part. So anyway, yeah, that's interesting. So Connie, did I say hi to you? Hey Connie, how are you? Anybody over at YouTube? I don't see any comments. Anyone here? Anyone here? I'm still learning about YouTube, and it has a chatting. She is in dog bag, leak proof, better than kid with pissy diaper or running snot. I bet you can hose down a dog. No, you know, yeah, I'm with you there. I have a daughter, so I mean, She's 18 now. Thanks for what you do for us. Oh, thanks. It's for me. I'm selfish. I do it for myself. But no, I will and can advocate, and I have. But it started as a very selfish thing. Hey, Laura, when did you get here? Laura Olson. I know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. Laura, hello. Brian Smith, hello. I'm triple broadcasting, so I'm kind of all over the place, but I just don't, there's not enough comments. I know that's weird because, it probably won't. Jim Lowe. What's up, Jim Lowe? JoeHart here. Are you, looks like you're a driver? Are you interested in the Xfinity? Hi, Joe. Hi, Laura. How are you? Good to see you again tonight. Thank you. Anyone here? Sorry, Hubs just put dinner out. Have to go. Later, my friend. All right, yeah, Sam, thanks. You take care. See you later. Thanks for all the comments and stuff. You still have the icky picture? Hey, no picture. Are you going to change it? Cool. See you. Thanks. Yeah, I'm triple broadcasting. That was someone that just left Periscope, and Periscope's really the only one that's really clear. You know when people come in, you know when they leave, you know when they comment. Hey, Robin, how are you? But it shows that Jim Lowe is still here, and he might be, and you don't have to comment, but there's just so much. Facebook Live is so deficient. It doesn't let you know about when people come in. It's so deficient. It's too bad I started on Meerkat because it was the best, and now it's out of business. But so Robin, how are you? Welcome. So yeah, I'm triple broadcasting. Anyone here? And I'm trying to figure out YouTube, and I'm far from figuring it out. But last night, I probably have done it 4 nights in a row. And all 4 times, my title is the first attempt never works. But all 4 times. So the clock falls back an hour, so we get an extra hour. Is that it? Okay. So all 4 times, the first stream didn't work. It just showed me as a static picture. And then tonight, it was the 3rd or 4th attempt that finally worked. But the other nights, it was the 2nd. For some reason, the camera started moving and showing me as a dynamic video. But it has a group chat, and I don't know how to use it. And last night, I was getting comments that I couldn't see. And then when I became a viewer, I've got this really old device. I've got an iPhone 5S that I'm using as a viewer. And, now tonight there's no comments. I'm like, oh, which, my mode of operation is, I'm not really fishing for comments. I'm not really fishing for hearts and stuff. All those things are great and fine and wonderful, but it's not what I'm, wanting. I just like to be sure that I'm doing it right so that everybody can see everything. That's my mode of operation. So I'm always like, I just want it to be correct. So in YouTube, when I'm viewing it, if there's no comments, my first thought is, oh no, I've screwed it up. I've entered it in the wrong place, and there's someone else chatting, making comments somewhere else. It's just I'm never 100% confident with what I'm doing. Meerkat, I got pretty close, but I streamed 1,000 times in a year, so I was streaming about 3 times a day. So I learned a lot. Plus, there is a whole community that, they were your friends, and they wanted to support you, and they wanted to help you. So when you go, oh my God, my battery's about to die, they go blah 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 blah, or oh, I'm losing Wi-Fi. They go, okay, you can go to airplane mode. That's where I found out that you can go to airplane mode, and then override it with Wi-Fi. The general population thinks that when you go to airplane mode, you can't Wi-Fi, and that's the default. When you have your phone and you set it to airplane mode, it disables the data and the Wi-Fi, but you can override it. You can go back to Wi-Fi and bring it back up. So anyway, people are, I learned a lot, but here Wi-Fi, YouTube, there's just not that community anymore. People going, okay, for YouTube, you can do this and this and this and this and this. So anyway, Ah! I'm not really watching the race much. There's 83 laps of 200 done. In stage 2, there's 2 stages and then a final. You know, there's 2 stages of 45 laps each, and then there's 110 laps to make 200 laps total. So they're in stage 2, and there's 8 laps to go. And yeah, all the stages are different. Anyway, most races have 2 stages and then a final. One race has 3 stages and a final. But when all the other races have 2 stages and a final, and generally, there's exceptions, but generally, after the 2 stages, you're about halfway done with the race. So it's going to be 90 out of 200, so almost halfway. So first attempt never works. I wonder how you. Oh, and for YouTube, I ventured out of my comfort zone, which I'm not in any comfort zone with live YouTube. But I tried to venture out even though I wasn't comfortable, and it looked like I could share it to Twitter, which to me, everything is Twitter. Twitter is the center of the universe, and that's where I get all my information and process it and share it and all that kind of stuff. So so I do believe I shared my YouTube stream to Twitter. Not that my numbers would quadruple from 1 person to 4, but you know, I thought I'd get more. But again, you know, my motor operation, did I do it right? Laura, are you still there? Am I just yammering and yammering and yammering? So yeah, let me see here. So hey, Brian Hannaford, welcome back. It's good to see you, man. How's life? It's good to see you. So yeah, it seems like there's just I don't think I have the most compatible device or anything or app or something. Facebook Live never seems to work for me. I think I just don't know how it works. So anyway, we're kind of talking about the Xfinity race, but not really. We're not showing it, of course. Oh, then you'd be shut down. But so anyway, for Facebook Live, let's see here. For Periscope, there's not too much activity right now, which is fine. What's up? Watching Texas, are you? Yeah. It's almost the finish. Well, I'm on Sling TV, so I'm a couple minutes behind live. I mean, no TV in the world is live. None. No TV is live. But most TVs are, you know, 5-second delay or something like that. But yeah, mine's 2 minutes delay. So it's on a commercial right now, but when it was showing the race, it was showing 8 laps to go. But again, with me not being on real time, there's probably 5 or 6 laps to go now. So anyway, I'm triple broadcasting. I'm trying to do Facebook Live here and Periscope there and YouTube there. So I'm just starting to stream more and trying to figure out where it might fit into my life. And stage 2. Yeah, it's done. Don't tell me who won. No, I'm not too excited. I'm definitely on the path of divorcing NASCAR. I am definitely I'm on the path. You know, it's kind of like, you know, being an alcoholic and say you'll never drink again, and then a week later you're drinking. But I fully intend, you know, when this season to be over, that I sever my ties from NASCAR. So they're too close-minded, and they don't care about invisible disabilities, and just too close-minded. You know, I've talked to them plenty of times about sponsors, partners, building awareness. So yeah, for me, it says 5 laps to go still. So years ended when you wrote that, man. That's, you know, although Twitter says 4 laps to go, and Twitter's pretty live, but yeah, who knows? Twitter might be delayed too. So anyway, yeah, it's Facebook Live is the weirdest. So anyway, I guess Joe Wagner came in, didn't say anything. Ben came in and didn't say anything. He always says something. John Chappelle, he doesn't usually say something. Chris did say something. David Foggy didn't say anything. Enzo didn't. Jen, Tim, I would have assumed would have. So I think these are our hacks. They're not really them, but they come in under their name or something. It's weird. Cedric, I don't know. Steve, I don't know. Connie, I don't know. Laura did say hi. Brian, I don't know. Jim Lowe, don't know. And Jim Lowe says is watching, but there's no add button. So again, it's that incompatibility stuff. Wow, I just got an invitation to a film shoot next year. All right. You're always, things are happening for you. So that's great. Good luck with that, man. That's cool. Is it in the New England area or is it Hollywood? Film shoot. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to give me details. It's the open internet, so people can, anyway, the open internet. People can take that information. So my TV says stage 2, 4 to go. And I have no Twitter. We'll be doing something in Atlanta, I think. Cool. 3 to go. Hoo, 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 hoo. So let me see here. How do you? How do you? How do you? Yeah, I don't know how to promote YouTube. Hey, everybody on YouTube. Come on and see me. Ask me questions. Tell me things. Anyway, I think I'm going to shut down Periscope so that I can, as I usually do, I thank all the people that come to see Facebook Live, even though that's my LCD, but I usually thank them for coming. So it says 2 to go, and then this says caution out, end of stage 2. It's early in the process, probably coming back to bring it all together at Dover with Walter Janet Reed. Cool. That hospital, Walter Reed. Janet's a typo, right? That's not part of Walter Reed Medical Center's name. Oops, Walter Reed. Okay. I don't know the place really well, but I think I knew the name. So, cool. That's definitely. You're a great facilitator for that information. It's great to see you do all that stuff. Okay, so let me typo correct. Yeah, that's cool. Thanks for correcting that. Thank you. I mean, I don't need everybody to correct their typos. I just like to be able to read it. So anyway, I was guessing that it was Walter Reed Medical Center, I think is what it's called. I don't know. So, okay, I'm going to finish up on here on Periscope. So see you later, Periscope. I'm going to stop this, and thank you for coming. Thanks for watching the replay and stuff, and peace out. JoeHart. Hey, Todd Fox, how are you? JoeHart here from Vermont. I'm finishing up on Periscope, but you'll still be hearing me in Facebook. So how you doing, Ted? Did I say Todd? I meant to say Ted. I might have read it wrong. Okay, Periscope. See you later. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. So yeah, now I'll go to Facebook and start thanking all these people because there's a ton that show up but don't make comments. So yeah, hey Ted, how are you? What's going on? Are you into NASCAR or motorsports or invisible disabilities, or you've never seen one of my streams, so you don't know what the topic is? And I go all over the place. So D Wainwright. Let's see if that's fire. One year ago. Anyway, okay. Oh, wait. Let's try that again. Whoops, Larson team there. Guess they pit it when pit wasn't opening. Anyway, like I said, my stuff is usually a lot later than reality. This doesn't want to close. There we go. So yeah, YouTube, you're still there. Anybody want to say hello or anything? Or so see how you're feeling. I guess Ted, you're not. You're really just a bot or a hack or someone's just borrowing your. Someone's borrowing your account, I think. And I wonder if that's a. I don't think that's a hack into my account, but I mean, you know, I've said hi to enough people, and they're like, "What are you talking about? I didn't watch your stream." Ooh-wee. Yeah, she, I don't. Ooh. Yeah, hold on before bailing on NASCAR. Good stuff happening beginning of the new year. Maybe some SMI tracks too, like New Hampshire. Well, thanks for reaching out. I mean, I'm not gonna never be involved with their information, but your message, like invisible disabilities, every human in this world has experience with, but they also have baggage with it. So most of the track owners, or not owners, the general managers and presidents or executive vice presidents, whatever their structure is, the 23 tracks, they have their own issues. So they're looking at me going, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. My father was an alcoholic and he beat us, and it was his will. He didn't have a strong will, so there's people that just don't understand things, but then we pay for that. That's if I showed up in a wheelchair, and I don't think showing up in a wheelchair makes it easier at all. I mean, I think there's still very uninformed people all over the world about so many disabilities. But I mean, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I have, the things that I have asked for are so minimal, and just to build awareness. It's just I am really disgusted, but hopefully New Hampshire. Anyway, I'm Mr. Negativity. I'm not usually the one person to talk to about stuff. As far as NASCAR, Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, I've been, there's 23 tracks for the 36 points races. There's a few more races, like 39, but 36 points races, and that's 23 tracks. So of the 23 tracks, I've been to 12 of them. I just have been to over half, and as soon as I go to a 13th, and as soon as I go to a 14th, and as soon as I go to a 15th, New Hampshire will always be at the bottom number. Now, that was a lot to do with the older general manager, whatever his name, the guy that got in trouble. But David McGrath isn't super. I mean, everybody has issues with invisible disabilities. Atlanta is really the only track that embraced me somewhat, and it was just a shot in the dark, and it only lasted for one race, and then they dropped it. I think SMI probably, anyway, I'm outspoken, and I push the you know, I push reasonable accommodations, and I push the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. So, I mean, when you're an advocate, or my experience with being an advocate is you never make friends. You're not, hey, wow, I'd love to talk to you about your track because your track's great. It's like, I need to ask for reasonable accommodations, and you have no idea what they are. So I need to go to the track and not have equal accessibility because of accommodations that I'm not getting, to figure out what you know, accommodations that the people with disabilities need to get. You know, so it's a tough thing. And, you know, I guess I had the energy for 7 years and I did it. And, you know, 2011 to 2017, I've been to about 80 races. You know, that's 10, 12, 15 races a year, or, you know, not consistently. It was sporadically, but about that. And I was in the garage 65% of the time. And, you know, there's a ton of tracks that said, well, we can't give you a booth, but we'll get you into the garage, which I am a it's just amazing. Martinsville, you know, is puny. They don't have much space, but their booth for a nonprofit was $5,000. I mean, I guess they're just talking about American Red Cross and you know, all those kind of things. PTSD is a perfect example. Suicide rates, NASCAR is a tough nut to crack, but no doubt about it. However, I'm looking to form a relationship with Victoria Arlen. She's with ESPN and currently on Dancing with the Stars. That's cool. That's cool. I mean, good luck with and you know, I've always seen all your stuff in passing. I may not drop into it, or I may not totally interact with you on Twitter or Facebook, or I mean, I know I follow you on all the platforms, and even your individual accounts plus the breaks accounts. You know, I follow all that stuff, so I'm usually aware of what you're doing. And you seem to be, you know, a real go-getter. But you have a, you know, you have a real message. It's, you know, I've tried to set up a 501c3. I haven't been able to yet. Um, you know, I used to call these tracks as a sales rep, like, hey, I'd like, and I don't want to work, and I don't have a job, and I don't want to sell. I'm not a good salesperson, but you know, I'd like, hey, I want a booth for nonprofit. I want to build awareness, and that got me nowhere. And I went, well, I want to go to races. I might as well go to races. So I started calling them, saying, hey, I'm Joe Hart. I'm a person with disabilities. I need to get some accommodations. There's Americans with Disabilities Act, and this is what I need to get. And poof, I started getting booths. I'm like, that's stupid. That's how they give me booths? Which again, it wasn't much. I mean, I mostly got the garage. I wanted the booth, but no, I mean, that's kind of cool. You kick some butt, and I mean, you know, my example I always use, and then I get people on my stream going, "That's not the way NASCAR works." I pretty much know how NASCAR works. You know, rules don't apply to me, and I've been in the garage too long, and I don't have filters, and I ask any question to anybody, and I'm in the garage before it opened, and I'm in the garage after it opened. Do you want to tag Eric, Jill, Gustafson? No, I do not. That's one of those. Eric's super nice, but he's not the one. So anyway, I mean, it's you know, I mean, you know, plus a lot of what, you know, like, you know, Dover has Autism Speaks, and, you know, come on. You know, they give, and most all nonprofits don't give a, I mean, really, there is no nonprofit that gives 100% of their money. There is always some expense that needs to be covered, but Autism Speaks, and I've seen the numbers. I mean, I'm not making these numbers up, but I can't remember the exact, but it's small. Like, 12% or 17% of their money gets to the cause that it's supposed to be about. But much more importantly than that, because I think they all do that, is, I mean, I know they all do that. You know, people are like, no, but my, you know, like J.J. Watt of Houston Texans, he was like, no, we're setting this up correctly because we want 100% of the money to go to that, which, you know, is a great idea. And I trust him, but it just never happens. People have gas. People have food. People have, you know, there's stuff that always needs to be covered. So, which I don't fault that. And, you know, I distrust the company that says we give 88% of the money to the cause. I distrust them more than the ones that say we give 25% of the money, because 88, it's like, it's impossible. Sorry, I'm sure you're a nonprofit. Understandable why directors have to protect themselves from scandalous pitches. Most of my corporate contacts are the most scandalous. I'm bringing a Willy Wonka concept to benefit everyone. But those numbers games are crazy, absolute crazy. I'm not sure if I follow all that. I'm sure there's a lot of voice inflection in there, and, you know, I just don't know everything. But I mean, you know, the NASCAR, I mean, I guess you're saying the directors, which, you know, is the presidents and the executive vice presidents and the general manager. Those are the three titles for the, you know, the different companies. And they hear everything in the book. I mean, everybody wants their money. Everybody wants their time. Everybody wants their booth. So I get that. I think that's what you mean. To protect themselves. Most of my corporate contacts are the most scandalous. I'm bringing a Willy Wonka concept to benefit everyone. But those number games are absolutely crazy. Yeah, I'm not sure what numbers games, if you're talking about, you know, me saying 17%. I mean, those things are verified. You know, American Cancer Society and American Red Cross, you know, they're top heavy. They have too many, they have too many executive directors and assistant executive directors. You know, it's verified. You can look those things up. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but and you might be saying crazy truth, or you might be saying crazy, I don't quite believe, you know, agree with you. But anyway, I mean, that's not, I mean, for me, I think it's just the intent that, you know, exactly. Yes. Anyway, do you want to tag Thomas Lyon Jr. in this video? No, I do not. That's a hack also. I thanked Thomas last night for doing the same thing, and he was like, Joe, I never see your stream. I don't know what you're talking about. So I know he's a hacked, that's a hacked account, or I don't know how they do it. I don't know if they're hacking me into that or hacking him into that. But so yeah, I mean, it's some good stuff, and I've done some good stuff, and you know, people don't show up at 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 NASCAR Sprint Cup races and then start getting into the garage. That doesn't happen. And then when they start getting into the garage and start paying for hot passes, which, you know, of course, the law is that hot passes can't be sold and bought, which, you know, whatever. That's the law. But after that happened a couple of times, I was even taught by NASCAR Incorporated, ISC Corporation, and SMI Corporation, and Daytona International Speedway. I was taught by those 4 entities how to get into the garage. So it's weird because they're the ones that want to throw people out of the garage. And it never crossed my mind to do what I do. It never crossed my mind to do what I do, but I do it. And I mean, and my biggest invisible disability, which I have multiple, and thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that. I have many multiple, and the doctors that tested me and stuff, they said, by the way, Joe, we just got it. We tested you enough to get you qualified for SSDI and disability and all that stuff, but it's not exhaustive. They said, we want to make sure you understand that the tests are not exhaustive. We have not figured out everything you are. I said, oh, I get that. So anyway, it's you know, so anyway, one of my larger ones is anxiety. You know, so I'm, you know, anxiety, and I'm walking into these garages and talking to the you know, security and talking into the teams and, you know, talking to the owners and talking to the sponsors. And, you know, I mean, that's just not me. And, you know, for the last year or so, it hasn't really been me. You know, I'd still keep going to the races, but, and, you know, I think there's a lot of political stuff. The political stuff is also alienating me too. You know, I mean, and I am political. I never was political before, you know, November 8th and January 2nd, but now I'm really political, and I don't, you know, politics are generally, no one can talk anybody else into their opinion, and no one gets happy by talking about it. So I don't think it's ever a good thing to talk about, although it's my stream, so I might bring it up. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's you know, uh, you know, Trump, you know, said that Kaepernick was a SOB, and then NFL reacted, and he said, "Well, NASCAR would never kneel," and then NASCAR Incorporated try to separate themselves, and then the two owners said, you know, we would send them home on a Greyhound if they kneeled. And so now every week someone kneels in NFL and no one kneels in NASCAR. It's a white sport. It's a white sport. We don't. It's a white sport. It's a white sport. We can mention Bubba Wallace and whoever else we want to mention, but it's a white sport. And you know, which is, you know, sad, which is sad. You know, there's people with the Confederate flags, and they think it's a joke. They want to get reactions. They think it's funny. Chill out. Can't you take a joke? You know, that kind of stuff. But it's not. Bullies always hide behind jokes. So anyway, I don't want to get too far into that, but it's just too bad that every week NASCAR needs to be shredded, which I don't, you know, I think it's 50-50, and I think it's a lose-lose. You know, there's plenty of sponsors that say, if you make the football players stand, we're going to pull our sponsorship. And if any more players kneel, we're going to pull our sponsorship. So there's a lose-lose for everybody there. And it's, you know, it's contracting, you know, Papa John, and, you know, I mean, it's contracting. There's no doubt about it. And so, but they also every week, and I was just at a NASCAR. Anyway, you know, I was just at New Hampshire. Whatever that was, 4 or 5, 6 weeks ago. And I know exactly why I did what I did during the national anthem, but I'm kicking myself for not kneeling, and not kneeling right next to Richard Petty and our Richard Childress. But on pit road, you know, right by their team. And there was I know why there's specific reason, you know, because of my disabilities and the way the garage ends up, you know, everybody goes out the pit road, but the garage, there's a lot of people that stay behind, and it's too loud and you can't hear the national anthem. So I'm really animated, you know, I take my hat off so that, you know, the crew people that stay behind can see that, oh man, they better stop and take their hat off. You can't hear anything. It's too loud. But so that's why I did what I did. I like to help the crew that are behind. And, you know, every team probably has 1 or 2 people behind that didn't quite get out to the, I mean, never is the entire team out on pit road. There's always someone going back and forth to get something. So ever throughout the entire race. So anyway, it's I don't know. Yeah, I think there's more going on, and I'm riding. I'm starting to, you know, I've got my, I wouldn't say routine. It's starting to, you know, what do they say? 21 days is a pattern, and I'm not quite at 21 days, but I'm at about 4 or 5 days, which is eons to me. So sorry, Brian, if this is boring you. Sorry if I'm just going on and on and on. But yeah, I'm writing and I'm sharing and I'm doing, you know, it's, you know, I've gone to many multiple races asking for a media pass for live streaming. You know, I don't work for Sports Illustrated. I live stream, you know, so and multiple tracks, not a ton, but multiple tracks have said, okay, we won't say yes, we won't give you a pass, but you can have the access, and we won't say no, we won't stop you. And then that's what most of the tracks said. And then one track added to that, they said, by the way, you can't show any cars on the track. And then another added, you can't show any cars on pit road. I was going to say garage, but no, it was pit road. And Suarez lost a sponsorship for some Dunkin' Donuts. This isn't going to turn into a kneeling deal. I hope anyone that disrespects national is walking down a wrong way street in my neighborhood. Yeah, Brian, I mean, I know it's a really volatile thing. Freedom of speech is one thing, but pick your battles and stages carefully. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm done with NASCAR. I will never shut my mouth about this. And it's a white sport. It's a white sport that thinks the Confederate flag is okay. That's not America, and that's not NFL. NFL is 80% black. Their kids, you know, many football players have said, you know, I've got a 16-year-old kid, they just got a license, and they're asking me, Dad, how do I get a speeding ticket without being killed? How do I stay alive? So that doesn't happen to us. White people can be stopped, and we can be smart assy, and we can talk back to them, and we can be drunk. We can, you know, we can wrestle with them verbally, and we just get thrown in jail. We don't lose our life. So, but anyway, yeah, I mean, I think you're, it's a tough topic, and I've done it on LinkedIn and Periscope, but I don't steer away from it. And I'm not military, but when I'm at NASCAR races, I thank every single military person I walk by, which is a lot of people. And I go out of my way, and I don't, I go out of my way, but, I don't think kneeling has anything to do with, the national anthem, or the country, our military, there's a fourth thing, which I'm forgetting. National anthem, the country, military, or the flag, I think, is the fourth thing. I can't think of it, but so yeah, I know Michael. I doubt if that's really Michael. Chico's hey Chico, it looks like it really is you. Don't ask to be on camera. Don't ask to be on camera. I'm not gonna delete the stream. So yeah, I mean, I of what I know, I mean, I think you're military, and the PTSD, military, someone commits suicide every 22 people a day or whatever. I mean, that's sad, and that's horrible, and that's something I'd like to support. But yeah, it's a no-win situation. I think I think what happened is irreversible. So I think it's going to be talked about and dealt with and processed, and we can't put it back into the we can't put the genie back into the genie bottle. It's not going back. It's not going back. So but yeah, I mean, I don't know if you're talking to me. I think picking your battles. I think I've been me for 7 years, and for some reason, pure and simple, I wouldn't expect a politician to come into my church and express their beliefs. Politician to come into my church and express their beliefs. I don't fully follow that, but yeah, I don't fully follow that, but I think these days with Trump, any normal, typical patterns that we used to have for the previous 60 years don't exist anymore. So Trump will go anywhere he wants to give his opinion. So I wouldn't expect the politician to come into my church and express their beliefs. Maybe you mean NASCAR is your church? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I think maybe I shouldn't have. It's about respect and boundaries, time and place for everything. Could be. I mean, I generally agree with that, but they don't. Those football players have no other time to do it. They can do all the nonprofit social awareness stuff in the world, and they're going to have an audience of 10 people. They're not. They don't have an audience of 100 million people like during the game, which I know that number is going down, but that's it. So anyway, I mean, I think we can agree to disagree, but national anthem is sacred. Again, I'm not military. I'm tainted, I guess, or I I don't consider it to be any disrespect at all for the national anthem at all. Zero. That's not what it's about. It's about racial injustices and police brutality. That's what the kneeling's about. So you know, people are like, oh, if only you could do it right before the national anthem or right before the national anthem, but they don't get the platform. There's 60 minutes. No matter, they can use their Papa John's time and see how well that goes over. I got to run. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks, Brian. You too. Take care. Too bad we had a little impasse there. Yeah, Papa John's is going to lose. I mean, everybody. I think all of them are going to lose. I think. I think all of them, the players and the coaches and the owners. It's a lose. It's the cat's out of the bag. We can't put that genie back in the genie. But anyway, thanks, Brian. You take care. Good luck with all your stuff. Michael, did you say hi yet? It looks like you really are here, but I didn't see a comment yet. What's tonight? Saturday. Oh, so you're at the track, just hanging out at the track, I guess. I guess you don't have to go. Oh, yeah. I mean, you're around for the Xfinity, but you're not. Anyway, I'm sure. Whatever. I'm sure Monster Energy is still open until sometime tonight. Oh, 10:25. I'm sure it's closed by now. So yeah, you're probably done for your day today. So anyway, got to run. Keep doing what you're doing. Oh, Brian, I wish I wish I wish I wish. See you soon, Joe. All right, see you, Michael. Thanks for dropping by. I didn't really know you were there. There's no comment. See you soon, Joe. Yeah, thanks. Good luck. Kick some butt. See ya. Bye bye. So yeah, like I said, I usually dual broadcast, although I'm still doing YouTube, but it just there's nothing. Ain't nothing there for YouTube. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. Don't even stop it now. this is the wrong. Oh no. Okay. You want to tell. Don't stop it. Don't stop it. See you soon, Joe. Just got to the hotel. Oh, okay. You're watching it in the. Okay, cool. Is watching. Bring them on camera.
He knew there was something wrong with the car. They had a tire that was going down. He came to pit road. They lost a lap. Perseverance have been able to battle back and now running in the 6th position as we see Ryan Blaney has taken 2nd away from Elliott Sadler. Another smart move by Ryan Blaney. So outside of somebody driving into turn 3, play see anybody basically just let it go. And all Sadler like that was going. And look here, trying to get another spot for Cole Custer, maybe working his way into the top 5. We talked about the rally. We talked about being calm at 19 years old. Very impressive. And we've also talked about veteran spotter Eddie DeHaan. Cole has been saying the car has been still loose. Always been wrong. We're not getting that car tested up. And then he said, you know what, you're doing a fantastic job, bud. Custer puts here on your chest. So Dave, cheering him on everywhere you can. Trying to get that loose race car to work for Cole Custer. And he's certainly done a good job of that tonight. They've been cheering this guy on too. But then a more...
Okay, let's see here. Person's name is watching. Bring them on camera. Add. Okay, so
The original Sonic cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99. The last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college. No, I was in college. You were in denial. Oh, good school. Now you compare a cheeseburger or footlong coney with onion rings for $2.99. This is Happy Sonic. Give up, Skeletor. You're finished.
Curse you, He-Man! You interfering imbecile! Give us one good reason we shouldn't vanquish you to another dimension. Okay, guys, hear me out. Switching to Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance.
Huh, he does make a point. I do like to save money.
Catch you on the flip, suckers!
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, you'll love it. No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little portion. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today. The original Sonic cheeseburger and onion rings for $2.99. The last time we ate this good for $2.99, we were in college. No, I was in college. You were in denial. Oh, good school. Now you compare a cheeseburger or footlong coney with onion rings for $2.99. This is Happy Sonic. First, it's a 5-letter place where a million things are at stake. It's the spot where the target on your back is biggest. But it's the only position you want to be in these playoffs. But the first 2 goes with speed. Just drop it. The NASCAR playoff updates, the lap information, and more NASCAR news. Visit NASCAR.com/playoffs on any device today. Thursday night football. It's Seahawks. It's Cardinals. When it's on, it's on. Seattle in a heated NFC West race. With Arizona in prime time. Thursday at 8 on NFL Network, NBC, and streaming on Amazon Prime Video. Just 48 laps to go from Texas Motor Speedway for the Xfinity Series as they're in their second race of the round of 8 tomorrow, the battle will continue for the Monster Energy Cup Series. And when I say battle, I mean it started in Martinsville a week ago, especially between Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott. You got two big cars that are so much better than Hampstead. This is your race. There's hurt feelings. I love it. Get the back of the 24. See the 24 showing his displeasure in how he was raced. Everybody was doing the exact same thing. Definitely 100% unnecessary. And tomorrow will be a very busy day. Countdown to Green, presented by Sonic at 1:30. Monster Energy is racing. Texas Motor Speedway at 2. Post race hashtag victory lap at 6:30. And the premiere of Shotgun at 7:30. So a very busy day. On ABC, I said make sure to join us. Eric Jones, he'll be a part of it. 76 series as we see Justin Allgaier in the pool. Allgaier and Cruz going to be running 10th and 11th. So Eric Jones out front running, Blaney running second, Elliott Sadler, Christopher Bell, and Paul Custer all in the top 5. Just outside of his Kyle Larson in the 42. So Austin Dillon and Justin in the top 10. Just outside of the top 10, 11th and 12th. And Ryan Reed is a lap down, running 24th now.
Okay, person's name is watching. Bring them on camera. Add no comments. Joel Wagner, Ben Beadle, John A. Chappelle, Chris LaFlamme. No, John. David Enzo, Jenny, Tim, Cedric. David Enzo, Jenny, Tim, Cedric. Steve Connie. I don't think that I know two nicer people, but I believe your account has been hacked. I don't know the solution, but I think it's solvable. Thanks. Hey, Lloyd. How you doing? Is that really you? You know, I guess not. Hi, Lloyd.
Smithfield Fresh Pork, the possibilities are endless, so you can bring great flavor to any meal. With a variety of hand-trimmed cuts, from chops to tenderloins.
All right. So yeah, I think I'm finished, and I usually finish it before I send the message in case someone comes in like you did, Lloyd. But yeah, I just it wears me out to not clearly know what the solution is to these non-comments and stuff. I mean, I believe it's hacked accounts because the people I try to get in touch with, they're like, "Oh no, we've done. Oh, what are you talking about? I've never seen your stream." And I'm like, "Well, your name keeps visiting, so someone's using your account." So yeah, I don't know the solution, but tears of joy. There's one name that I couldn't connect with, so I'm gonna see if there's another solution to it. Hello. Oh, got it. 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 Okay. Got it. Okay. Okay. Person's name is watching. Bring them on camera. Add. No comments.
Good school. Now you compare a cheeseburger or foot long coney with onion rings for $2.99. This is exciting. Things are going your way. The aggression even more. Championship time is Junior's hurt feelings unlimited.
All right. So I'm going to see you later. Joe Hart from Vermont, person with disabilities, primarily invisible disabilities. I like to build awareness, tolerance, and acceptance for, and usually the 5 topics I used to stream about. I'm trying to get back into the swing and things and figure out what I'm going to be doing. Is I try to stream about persons with disabilities, invisible disabilities, companion animals, not service animals, but companion animals, Americans with Disabilities of 1990, and I like to build the awareness, tolerance, and acceptance for persons with disabilities within motorsports. It mostly used to be NASCAR, but I think I'm drifting away from them for the political temperature of the environment and their extreme closed-mindedness for wanting to help, wanting to build awareness for invisible disabilities. So it's odd. I don't quite get it, but there's someone else that's kind of doing their own deal, but he was like, "Oh, stick it out! Don't wait until next year. It seems like there's some stuff going on, and there always is for him. He's great, but I don't quite. Anyway, I haven't been doing it for 7 years, so I guess something just isn't working. So, all right, I'll talk to you later. I'm going to end, and then I'm going to thank everyone. So all your names are going to pop up shortly. So thank you very much, and I'm sure half of them are hacks, more than half, way more than half. So see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
The other playoff driver, 25th, scored 3 laps down. Had a very difficult.
Just past me. It looked like a very good, smooth entry to the pit road. It looked slowed down by the commitment line. Everything smooth for the 21. The one that Alex also sitting right in front of me. Looks very good into his pit box. He's going to take 2 tires, Dave. And last time Stevie didn't want any adjustments to that race car. This time it'll be right sides only. Didn't slide the tires coming in. That preserves the lefts. Originally, Greg Irwin was going to go with right side tires. That's why he did it so early. They instead go fuel only for Ryan Blaney, who said for the first time all night his car had gotten tight.
Oh, golly. Hi, YouTube. Guess I better get out of here. All right. See you later. Thanks.